I was a little thrown before when I got here because I wrote a couple things that were based on one of the comics they were supposed to have tonight. Apparently Sonia King will not be here, so if any of you are here for Sonia, don't get up out of your seats and leave. But I was so excited because a lot of times I'm like the only female comic, so when I saw that Sonia was going to be here, I was like, oh, this is awesome. Maybe by the end of the night we'll be on the same cycle and everything, and you know, maybe we'll have like a tickle fight or something. I was so excited, and I was like, oh, Sonia's not here? Well, I guess Kevin will have to do, but all right, if you like tickle fights. No, I did that joke because I really, one of my little pet peeves doing comedy is that when I do get introduced, like usually the guy introducing me will be like, and coming to the stage next, we have a very funny lady, or we have a very funny female comic. And you know, I don't ever recall being in a waiting room somewhere and hearing the receptionist say, okay, Miss Luby, your bald doctor will see you now. I'm like, I don't get why we need a descriptor. Okay, I'm a female, all right. But I have to say, as I'm getting older and approaching 40, I feel that women have it a little bit tougher than men when it comes to the whole aging process. I'm sorry to say this, but men get away with a little bit more. You know, they look sexy with gray hair, you know, women are aging. There are days when I feel less like a person and more like the dairy aisle at the grocery store. You know, I feel like, okay, my eggs are just about expired. I may never produce milk. But if it's any consolation to me, that is the most popular aisle before a snowstorm, am I right? We're expecting 6 to 12 inches. Grab that bread and milk, yes. 6 to 12, and that's really quite a spread, isn't it? You know, when your promised 12 and you get 6, okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know. But, so, do we have any single ladies in the audience tonight? All right. I see my competition right here. You're sexy. I think we have actually a bachelorette party here. Is that right? Michelle? Oh, there you are. So this is like one of your last nights being single? Wow. Well, this is going to get nuts. Can you tell? It's going to get crazy. It's like the Cultural Center gone wild. Look out. We're going to get nuts here. Okay. The same table that just clapped for being single over here just clapped for being married. I don't know what the deal is, if it's a disorder or whatever, but that's okay. Okay, so yeah, most of my friends are married, and a lot of them have kids, and I have to say that, you know, I start to feel bad because I want to have kids someday, so that I can put bumper stickers on the back of my car. Yes, little Susie is a straight-A student at Einstein Academy. Oh, Tommy is the captain of the football team at Jock High. And Timmy can tie his shoes because he's special. That's right. That's what I hope for someday. But, you know, I'm kind of like old-fashioned because I want to do it the way where it's like I fall in love, meet a guy, fall in love, and then have kids. So I know it's kind of an obsolete notion these days, but I'm hanging on to it. So I'm hanging in the game. Although I have to tell you, it does get rough sometimes. I'm ready to start to treat dating like it's a birthday party game, okay? Put a blindfold on me, spin me around, and let me just pin the tail on the nearest jackass, okay? I have this one set of friends, Sharon and Lee. Lee is an engineer, and God love them, they're always setting me up. I've dated so many engineers that I feel like I should have something named after me. And you're like, Tomahawk missile, please. How about the J-Lou? That's what I want. But they're always looking out for me, and Lee works with this engineering firm, and he's always like, okay, I think we've got one. He like follows guys into the men's room to see if they're wearing a wedding band. It's actually getting him beat up a couple times. But I think the problem though is they want to set me up and they care about me, but they'll call me and they're starting to offend me because I think they believe as my age goes up, somehow my criteria is supposed to go down. Because Sharon will call me and say, okay, we've got one for you. What we just have to ask. What's more important to you, hair or teeth? And I don't know, I find this a little offensive considering I've got hair, I've got teeth, I've got these, they're kind of worth something, I don't know. And I'm like, that's not right, you know, and then I guess I turn into this like really finicky bitch because I'm like, okay, here's the deal. I want a guy with hair and teeth. Yeah, I know. You know, you're floored. And I also would love it if he had a visible waistline, a job that paid in US dollars. Yes, that's right, no pesos. And I would love it if he did not reside with his mother or 50 inmates. These are just some of my criteria, which honestly are really difficult to meet sometimes, I have to say. But I hang in there, and I've come back and forth about how I meet people, so right now I'm actually doing some online dating. Do we have anyone else here in the room who will admit to trying online? Oh, look at you, both hands up in the air. Wow, you are not shy about that at all. And sir, how did that work out for you?
He's married.
It got him married? What, did he end up marrying the girl that you met online? Oh, you're engaged. Oh, congratulations. That's wonderful. So it does work. Those ads aren't a load of crap. It's great. Well, it hasn't worked for me yet, but you know, I'm trying, and I'm on Match.com. Some of the things that these guys write, I don't know, they just crack me up. The one guy I noticed the other day, I thought, okay, he's attractive. I'll read his little thing here. It said that he was looking for an intelligent woman. And he misspelled the word intelligence. I'm not even kidding you, I didn't even have to write that. So I'm like, is this a test? Are you trying to test me? Or is it just one of those things where it's like you want it in others, but it doesn't necessarily have to be in you? Okay, that's all right, I get it. And then there was this other guy who emailed me, and he's like, well, I'd really like to get to know you, but I didn't know if you'd be interested because I don't meet your height requirement. I'm like, okay, you know, I think he was like 6'3", and I might have said 6'2", whatever. It's like, listen, as long as you're taller than the Lucky Charms leprechaun and like shorter than Andre the Giant, you're in, you know, a good range there. It's like, what am I, an attraction at Disney? You must be this tall to go on this ride? I'm like, okay, buddy. And my absolute favorite has to be the one I read the other day. He sent me a message, and I'm like, okay, he's cute, I'll check it out. His profile said, again, I'm not making this up, it said, I have a job, so I was like, okay, good, check. I'm a nice guy, and then the last part said, I don't hit woman because that would be wrong. I'm not even kidding you. I really don't know how bad things are in Wyalusing that he had to state that in his profile. I'm like, to me, that's a gimme, but hey, I don't know what goes on up there, I really don't know.